My sister, Amoka, hated silence. Even as a child, she filled every corner of our house with noise, humming while bathing, arguing with the radio, laughing too loudly at jokes nobody else found funny. So when we buried her, the silence felt like an insult. They said she fell, a simple story, a convenient one. The burial took place on a Thursday morning, the kind of morning that feels too alive for death. The sun was sharp. Birds chirped like nothing had changed. In our village, grief was quiet, controlled. Loud crying meant questions. Questions meant trouble. I stood beside my mother as the coffin was lowered. Her hands were steady. Too steady. As the priest spoke, something brushed my ankle. Cold. Brief. Intentional. I looked down. Nothing was there. That night, I lay awake in my childhood room, staring at the ceiling stained with old watermarks. Lagos felt far away. Amoka felt even farther. Then my phone vibrated. I picked it up. WhatsApp notification. Voice note. Amoka. My heart stopped. I didn't open it. I couldn't. Because we had just buried my sister, and the dead don't send voice notes. I told myself it was delayed. Nigeria has poor network. Messages arrive late all the time. That explanation felt safer than the alternative. With shaking fingers, I pressed play. Her voice filled the room, not distorted, not broken. Her voice, soft. Careful. Like she was whispering from somewhere she wasn't supposed to be. The voice note ended abruptly, swallowed by static. I replayed it again and again. I tried calling her number. It rang once, twice, then disconnected. Later that night, my mother entered my room without knocking. She sat on my bed and stared at the wall. Did Amoka ever tell you she was afraid? She asked. I said no. She nodded slowly, like someone confirming a fear they'd carried alone. Outside, a dog howled. My phone vibrated again. The next voice note came at 3:17 a.m. I remember the time because I didn't sleep after that. My hands went numb. Her WhatsApp status was active, online. I confronted my mother at dawn. I showed her the messages. She slapped me, not hard, not angry, terrified. That evening, my aunt burned incense in the compound. Thick smoke curled into the sky like it was searching for something. As night fell, I heard footsteps behind me, slow. Bare. Familiar. When I turned around, there was no one there. Amoka sent another voice note, longer this time. She spoke about Lagos nights, about money that came too easily, about a man she never named. I remember the necklace she wore last Christmas. Gold. Heavy. Never removed. We buried her with it. That night, I dreamed of Amoka standing at the foot of my bed. She smiled. Her neck was bare. I woke up screaming. My phone slipped from my hand. The priest revealed what no one else would. Amoka was not supposed to leave the city alive. She had made a pact, not with a shrine, but with something older. Her death was the price for breaking it. The voice notes weren't messages. They were warnings. That night, my phone vibrated non-stop. 20. 3 voice notes, all at once. I didn't listen. Outside, the ground near her grave cracked. By the 9th night, I was no longer afraid of the voice notes. I was afraid of the silence, because the silence meant she had stopped trying. That evening, the village priest returned, this time without incense, without chants. He asked everyone else to leave the room. Even my mother. He sat across from me and spoke carefully. Your sister did not come back from the dead, he said. She never left. He explained that Amoka had scheduled those voice notes weeks before she died. Messages meant only for me. Warnings she hoped I'd hear if something went wrong, but something happened after her burial. Something followed her voice, That was why the messages changed. That was why the tone became darker. The last voice note arrived just before midnight. I pressed play, Amoka's real voice, not distorted, not cold. 3 weeks passed, no voice notes, no dreams, no footsteps. Life tried to return to normal. Then one afternoon, while my mother was washing clothes in the compound, her phone vibrated. She stared at the screen and froze. Voice note, Amoka, 018 seconds. We gathered around her, hands shaking. She pressed play. Amoka's voice came through, calm, lighter than before. I'm okay now. I needed you to know the truth. They can't reach me anymore. My mother collapsed into tears. That night, I checked my phone for the first time in weeks. Amoka's chat was gone. No profile picture, no last scene, no typing bubble, just emptiness. For the first time since the burial, the silence felt right. But sometimes, when my phone vibrates unexpectedly, I still hold my breath, because once you hear a voice from the dark, you never really forget it.